Hey guys, it's Lord here, back in with another review, and today we're having a look at the Hardee's Balto set of 6. Let's get into it. And just when you thought the obsession was over with, you find this stuff on eBay. Alrighty guys, so as I said before, today we are looking at the set of 6 Balto toys from Hardee's. Now, I don't think there is a Hardee's in my area. I'm in upstate New York. No, that's not just outside of New York City. It's actually north from Albany. So if you're in New York, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't remember ever seeing a Hardee's within an hour here. So this must be something that's like out west or just not in my area, because there's a lot of things that aren't in my area. I don't like to talk about it, so we'll just move on from that. But I'm just going to take a guess that it's kind of like Jack in the Box, or kind of like one of the lesser McDonald's, Burger King type restaurants. But this is one of the 2 sets of Balto toys that was released for the first movie, not the sequel, because nobody released toys for the sequels, but we don't talk about that third one, at least not on this channel. But I have to say, I am quite surprised these are sitting in front of my camera right now, because, well, these little buggers are freaking rare, and I don't know why. I mean, honestly, I think it's just the fact that nobody thinks these go to anything, because when you look at them, they don't exactly look like the characters from the movie. Now, is that a bad thing? Yes, but it's the only Balto merchandise I can freaking afford. So, with that being said, let's just get right into it. Starting with these little, they're not pullback racers, but they got wheels on them. But this is Balto and Boris. Now, excuse my lighting, it is very late in the day, so these may be a little bit hard to see. But you can see Boris is there on the sled, and Balto is up front. Can I maybe get that brighter? No. But yeah, you can see it there. I might adjust the brightness on this. Who knows? But if I hold him back a little bit, that's a little better. So there you can see Boris. Boris looks kind of accurate. They at least got the proportions of his head right. Balto, on the other hand, looks very strange. I think they forgot to give him eyes, but that's just me. But yes, these are not like a pullback racer. At least I don't think they are. They just have wheels on the bottom, so they just roll around. So they're kind of like a micro machine, an oversized one. But that's Balto and Boris on the sled. One of these days, I may have to take a picture of that in my Ghost Rider Marvel Universe on that little Hot Wheels bike my buddy T-Biz sent me. Stay tuned to Instagram for that. But here is Rosie and Jenna. Now, she doesn't have eyes either. This one's actually not too bad. This actually happened in the movie. It didn't have all this stuff on the sled, but this actually did happen in the movie. I don't recall Balto and Boris on a sled, but I haven't watched a movie in 3 weeks, so my memory could be deceiving me, but I'm pretty sure that did not happen. But what are you going to do? But this is the same deal. It's got the wheels on the bottom. They roll. Let's roll. So Balto will be all like, "Hey, baby, you want to race?" She'll be like, "No way." I'm being silly. But on to the figures now. Starting with these 2 back here, we'll save the best for last. These are probably the most hated characters from the movies, which I don't really understand because they're kind of funny. They're voiced by Phil Collins. Maybe that's the reason. But this is Muck and Luck. Actually, more like Luck and Muck. Luck is the bigger one. Muck is the small one. Or is it Mook and Luke? I don't know. But I don't know if these are finger puppets, but they definitely got the little hole there. They definitely fit. It looks like he's in severe agonizing pain, so we'll pull him off now. And then you got that. These guys don't look too bad. They kind of look like Rankin Bass for some reason. I mean, especially in the eyes. If you look at the eyes, they definitely have... come on. Work with me, camera. Work with me. They definitely have a Rankin Bass vibe in the eyes. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Setting them back there. And I did it completely wrong. Professionalism. Yeah, you're probably noticing the lack of cuts in this video. That's mostly because these things don't need that. They don't. They just don't. But then we have Rosie. Now, the one thing that I don't get about this set, oh, that's kind of scary, is they made the kid, right? They made both polar bears. They made a Balto figure. And then these little, for lack of a better term, Micro Machines, Hot Wheels-esque little dealy-doos there. But they didn't make figures of Boris, Jenna, or Steele, who I think played a bigger role in the movie than this kid here, Rosie. Because, well, 80% of the film, she's sick and dying in bed. Not exactly adding or helping anybody. But what do I know? Now, the one thing that did surprise me about this figure is her arms do move. So, give me a hug. I don't know. But she looks very, aside from the face, she's accurate. I mean, she did wear this. This is what she looked like before she was sick. I think this might have been after she was sick. This face here, but it's the 90s. What are you gonna do? But now, with that out of the way, time to look at the main man himself, the quote unquote Lord and Savior, the star of the movie, Balto himself. Is it just me, or does he look more like his kid from the second movie? I don't know. But all I know is that this is so close to being a Lou, it's not even funny. If you've watched Balto 2, you know exactly who that is. That is his daughter, who embarks on the quote-unquote wolf quest and joins Wolf Pack. Spoilers, but the movie's over 10 years old, and if you haven't seen it by now, you're probably not going to. I liked it, but that's just me. But, I find it funny that Rosie got, like, all of her colors, but Balto did not. At least if he had his eyebrows and that little... He's got, like, a brown, well, this color strip that goes underneath his eye. There. From here to here. And then he's supposed to have some brown on his... or this lighter color on his feet here. Well, they didn't do that. It's kind of funny because he's looking more like the Balto statue that's in New York City, speaking of New York, than he does the Balto from the movie. I mean, he's even in the same pose. I wonder if they didn't even base this figure off of that because he's even kind of in the same stance. I don't think his tail is, but he is pretty articulated for a little kid's meal dude. He's got moving legs, all four of his legs move, and his tail rotates. Something I was not expecting. I mean, you can have it up like that, but then you got this brown strip there. So I'm kind of surprised they even added the brown at the bottom of the tail because it's not on the feet. So kudos for the little effort you did. But yeah, he looks absolutely nothing like the movie, but it's the only Balto figure I can afford. Because the only other one that's out there is a little PVC from Kentucky Fried Chicken, of all places. Actually, there's two. There's also a Japanese key ring, but you can't freaking touch those. Those are really expensive. Messing up your girl there, boy. Watch it. But those Japanese key rings are very expensive. And outside of that and the Kentucky Fried Chicken set, those are probably the most accurate of the Balto figures out there. And they will cost you a small fortune. I did find Balto and Steel from the KFC set on eBay for the low price of 250 bones plus I think 50 more shipping, and it was in the UK. But yeah. So before I end this video, I'd like to do at least one size comparison, and that's gonna be with the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here. Can I get him in there? And as you can see, Balto is way out of scale with Spidey. I want to bet that the kid might be the closest in scale with Spider-Man. These polar bears should be at least up to Spider-Man's neck. But yeah. There goes all those photo opportunities. Oh, she collapsed from disease there. But there goes a lot of photo opportunities, unless I can like manipulate the camera, because these things are really small. Now I didn't pay a whole lot for these. I paid like $22 for the whole set, so that's good enough for me. The only Balto things I can afford, even, so can't say I did too shabby. But with that being said, I'm not gonna rate these. It's an old kids meal premium. I like them. They may not be your cup of tea. If you like Balto, you'll probably pick them up eventually, or if you see them out and about and whatnot. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I will catch you guys later. The obsession lives on, people. The obsession lives!